Hi everybody, I'm back. I just partially emptied one of the bags, and I'm going to start to go through it with you. Now, these are containers that I've already gone through, and I'm actually going to sell these to somebody. And then I have a pile in my garage that I'm donating to charity. So let's start to go through it. This is a really cool piece. This is called a trembler or en tremblant. And see how that shakes? Unfortunately, it's missing this one. So this is going to go in one of the piles to sell. A lot of people use the stones for repurposing. And that's really nice. A little small for me, but it has a nice look. What does Marilyn Monroe say? They're not diamonds, by the way. Look. That has a nice, interesting look to it. The bracelet looks a little bit older than the decoration does. But this I'm going to actually put into a pile to sell as a lot. So I'm going to put that over here. This. And of course I look for things that are sterling. I don't think that is, but I'll put it over here anyway just to check it. That has a nice look to it. It has a little broken piece, so that's going to be resell, repurpose. Not silver. Missing a few stones. These necklaces happen to be very popular now. I mean, I can see why. They're faceted and pick up the light nicely. Now these, there are so many of these elastic bracelets. I mean, they're really lovely, but what happens is exactly what started with this bracelet. It starts to come apart, but it's great for repurposing. Could you imagine doing like a frame or something with these surrounding it? And it is crystal. So that's to resell. Again, really nice, new. I look for the older jewelry, but great look to it. So that I'm going to donate to charity. So I have a box over here for that. '70s kind of look, although it might have been made recently. Kind of interesting, sort of boho. So donate. That is a nice, appealing look to it. So I'm going to donate that. This is, no, it's not sterling. It looks like sterling, but it isn't. I'm going to donate this. That is a really nice look to it. That looks like it's probably sterling with, I'm not sure what stone that is. That looks like that piece looks like a garnet. There are a lot of these that are made, they're not silver, but I see that this one actually has a mark on it. And what is this? Oh. So it looks like it's actually part of this necklace, which has a nice look to it. Again, here's one of the stretchy bracelets. It looks really nice, but they start to get stretched out or break. So again, great for repurposing. So here's the other bag that I opened up. Let's go through this one together. So this looks like a piece of amber, but I don't think it is. I think that it's just sort of reconstituted, but it definitely has the look. If I can get it undone, I will donate this. A nice, newer rhinestone necklace. Has a good look to it. Very sparkly, nice for prom time and wedding season coming up. Seems to be in pretty good condition. It's missing one strand, but I think it could probably be sold for the animals. Missing some. So this has an interesting look. Again, missing some parts, but I will sell it in my own lot because it is more of a kind of a vintage look. It's like an ID necklace made of plastic, but it's kind of interesting. This looks like sterling. I think that it is. Let me just check this out. It is. It's by a company called Metallic. It's actually 14 karat gold over sterling. So it's like a 14 karat gold wash, and then underneath it's sterling. Nice look to it. Oh, that's really cute. That's actually by Betsy Johnson. So I'm going to donate that to the shelter, animal shelter. Stretched out. There you go. One of the Return to Tiffany necklaces. It isn't, but kind of very classic looking. For the animal shelter. Look to it, but missing the clasp. It's an older piece. So I hope you've enjoyed going through this jewelry with me. What I'm going to do is leave for a few moments, and then I'm going to show you what I actually got from all of these bags. So I'll be back in a few minutes. So after having gone through the jewelry, this is what I ended up coming up with. Oh, there's Jasper. He decided to come say hello. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, Jasper. So I ended up pulling out of all of the bags, and that you see here, which was a lot. I think it was actually about 77 pounds. And it was great because there's a lot I'm donating, there's a lot I'm selling, and then these are pieces that I'll either keep or put online. And what I ended up getting, and I know this is a lot to go through for not so much, but this is what I look forward to finding. So I ended up finding I don't know if you can see that. It's a Return to Tiffany sterling silver bracelet, kind of iconic and classic. I ended up finding these two Asian charms. They're really nice. They're light, but they're 22 karat gold. I got these, which are sterling silver. This nicely carved Bakelite rose pendant. This Carolyn Pollock angel, sterling silver. Brighton keyring. I showed you this before, a semi-metallic sterling 14 karat gold wash bracelet. This really nice early Mickey Mouse watch from Walt Disney Productions. It was actually made by Ingersoll, but for a few years they took the name off. I think it was US Time that made it. So they're a little bit rarer, or a little bit more rare. I found this Elsa Peretti for Tiffany and Company. I would say it's probably the large size sterling silver bean. This sterling silver Tiffany and Company necklace, and this probably 1930s, even though part of it kind of looks newer, but the chain and the clasp sort of, and the enameling sort of tell me otherwise. And then I got these pieces, which are going to be just for a lot that I'm going to sell as it is. These are actually Paolo Gucci. A reverse carved and painted lucite bracelet. Turquoise and real pearls on a gold-filled chain. Celluloid with rhinestones. Limoges painted. So that's what I got from this group of jewelry. I hope you enjoyed going through the jewelry with me, and coming up within the next few weeks I should have more jewelry. Please stay tuned, and thank you for joining me.